Is it working now? It's let's see here. Okay, can you hear it now? Still nothing? No sound? Okay, guys, can you hear me okay now? Everything sound okay? Yes. Okay, I unplugged it. Something's going on. Something to do with the mute button, and it's off again. I just unplugged it. Okay, is it on now? Great. Okay. Everybody give me a 1 if you can hear me. All right. I should have done a test run of this thing before It's on. Okay, great. Okay. Good deal. Anyway, I'm just trying to improve my little studio here with sound. You can hear me now? Awesome. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just adding a little bit to my studio here, adding a little bit to try to improve the sound, the quality. I went and got this microphone today. So some adjustments I got to do to it and figure it out. But I'll probably do that on a private stream with one of my friends or something and get that hashed out and everything. And anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming in on this Sunday live. And we had a good live last night. Ms. Know-It-All was there. Loren came in. We talked for quite a while. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy these live streams. I enjoy making videos. I haven't made one in a while. I'm gonna have to go outside or something and make a little video, kind of break it up a bit. Been going to mostly live shows, but that's okay. I love doing lives and I love doing panels. Panels are so much fun. And had a good time last night and going to do this show today. And then I'm going to take a few days off and then either do a video or a couple videos or do a live in between this week till we get to the weekend. The weekend is where I can do the most with YouTube. During the week, I'm so busy with work and stuff, unless I come in late at night and do a live then, which I like doing, but a lot of people have to go to work and can't see it, or the people that live in the UK or in Africa or some other continents where they're a few hours ahead of us, it kind of throws their schedule out of whack to where a lot of times they can't see a live stream. So I'm going to try on the weekends to try to make it earlier. Like now, 3's a good time because in the UK, they're like 8 hours ahead. Africa's like 6. And then, Canada and the Caribbean stuff line up with the United States. So they're almost in the same time zones. But, I want to make them, do as early shows as I can. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes due to work, I got to do a late night. And, I just want to keep the videos going and stuff. And, keep in contact with you guys and stuff. Today, what I want to talk about is the value of Black women. And I want to talk about the IR community, the interracial community. People in this channel are part of that interracial community. Either they're married interracially, dating interracially, or seeking to do so. Or they have family members that are in interracial relationships. Either way, we're kind of like in our own little community, you might say. And I've been speaking about it for so much in my videos and stuff. And, a lot of my videos, I uplift Black women. I have a special love and respect for Black women. I do. And that's not to say I don't have respect for other women, because I do. But Black women, to me, they have special qualities. From the inside out, beautiful people. The way they look and the way they carry themselves, and the big heart they have, and the loyalty and all that stuff. I always say over and over. But I can see the truth. I see the true beauty. And a lot of times in society, due to stereotypes, due to generalizations, a lot of times these beautiful women are overlooked, are not given the credit they're due. And I always say there's good and bad in every group of people. I don't think God made one group of people better than the other. I don't believe that at all. I just, but we have our preferences. And some of us, go our own path. We date out to people in other races. We fall in love with people in a different racial group. Not all of us, conform to the societal norms or conform to, society as a whole, where most people are staying within their racial group. And I'm not saying either way is right or wrong. I'm just saying, there's a good portion of us that go our own way, that make our own choices, that find beauty in other women. And I have, and I do. And, and I like to share that. I like to share my experiences, my life, my marriage, to a point. I'm not going to tell people everything about my life, but, I like to share the positive, because a lot of times we just get the negative. And when I stepped out, when I married out, I went out there and I chose my own path. And regardless of what people think or what people say, I gave society the peripheral finger, you might say, because I wanted to be happy. And there's people out there that say if you date out and marry out, you're a self-hater, you don't like your own kind. That's so far from the truth. In fact, I love myself more than anything. In fact, I'm selfish, and I wanted the best choice when it came to women, and Black women was the best choice. So in that aspect, I'm greedy, and I love myself. So I'm going to try to get the best opportunity for myself to be as happy as I can be. And that's the reason I chose the path I did. And like I said, some people through the years thought it was weird, strange, because I kind of went against the grain, you might say, when it comes to that. But, that's what I wanted in life. I wanted the best. And I believe Black women is the best choice. I'll say it over and over. And I'll probably say it almost every video. And I don't care what people think. I don't care. Society can go do whatever it does. I'm living my life. And a lot of people in this channel are doing the same. They're choosing their own path. And you know what? You should be able to go where you want to go to where you're loved and celebrated. And if it's someone that don't look like you, that's fine. I mean, the most important thing, are you happy? You and that person you're with in that relationship, are you happy? Or is the collective happy? Is society happy? Is the people in your community happy because you're doing things the way they think other people should live? And, I'm just saying, I believe you got to live for yourself. You got to be that individual. Do what's best for you. And in turn, actually, the collective does better when people are with people they love. In today's world, we're not living in the segregated communities like we were. We're segregated now by economics. We're not keeping different races. You could live wherever you want as long as you can afford to live there. Right now, we're separated economically. But everybody should choose their path. And the value of Black women, I tell people all the time. I make videos about it all the time. I point out the education level, the loyalty, characteristics of Black women, and from the positive end. And, I'm just shocked that more people ain't doing this, but, I just feel like I need to sometimes, because we get so much negative, and I hate stereotypes. I hate generalizations. I hate people putting a label on other people, especially people they don't know. Yeah. But I mean, you go where you feel celebrated, to where you're loved. And there's no one that loves me more than my wife. And I love no one else more than my wife. And we look different. But at the end of the day, we're people, right? We all want to be loved. We all want to have that special person in our life that builds with us, has a family with us, and, takes us where we want to go. And, marriage is very important. And, if we were to all just look at someone from, if we threw race out of it and looked at someone, if we thought they're attractive, if they had good character, if they carried themselves well, and we just went on that, there'd be a lot more people dating out interracially. There'd be more people marrying interracially. That's the truth. But we got barriers in society. We got stereotypes. We've got propaganda, and we got everybody's opinion. And the people that care more about who we're dating and marrying are people that don't even know us. It's kind of a weird thing, And in my life, my family and my wife's family accepted us, but some strangers that don't know us can't. Someone on YouTube has a problem with it. Someone in society. I mean, seriously. And I would say to Black women, if men are going to tell you that you're not the prize and they're the prize, and you're hitting the wall, or go to a man that'll make you the prize. Go to the one that makes you the treasure. Because when I look at Black women and I look at their character as a whole, and I look at the characteristics they have and how they carry themselves, for the most part, I see a treasure. I see Black women as Bible would portray women in the Bible, a good wife, a good woman's worth her weight in gold. It says that in the Bible. A good wife, if you find a good wife, you found a good thing. You're blessed. And, us as men, I believe we're going to be judged on how we treat our women. Um, you know, if we marry them and take care of them and provide for them, I think we're going to be blessed. If we just lay with them and go to the next one, we're going to be cursed, and it's going to curse our families, our communities, and everything. Or we can bless it. I mean, it just depends on your choice. Your choices and your decisions in life is what define you as a person, not your racial group, not how you look. But anyway, and I see these videos and I see this stuff, and I'm just like, I understand the value of Black women. I have most love and respect for them. And I married a Black woman. I prayed for a Black woman because I seen the beauty, I seen the blessing. As a young boy, I could see it. And as more men open their eyes, whether it be white, Asian, Hispanic, more of them are going to be seeking Black women. And the numbers are already increasing day after day. And I created this channel just to share my life story and to connect with, other people, like me that are dating out, that are, in love with people of a different race. And, I like to talk to people like that. I like to get, their aspect on it. And, ever since I started this, I've gained a lot of friends. I've, met people in different parts of the United States, some from other countries. And, we share a commonality. I've talked to white guys from different places that are in love with Black women, just like me. And it's neat. And I've talked to Black women that interracially dating. And, I like to get to where they're coming from and their perspective on things. So that's been a blessing doing this YouTube thing. And it's fun too, talking to you guys and having panels and doing videos and stuff. And of course, we get the trolls, we get the negativity too. But you know what? I mean, you're going to get that through life. But, I just hope this can be a safe space. And I've made it like that to where you can come in and, ladies and men can come in here and, express how they feel, talk about interracial dating and their experiences. And, sometimes people will vent on past experiences that didn't go so well. And maybe that's why they're interracially dating. That could be a thing. But, I just want to put a positive thing on it. And I want us to come together as a group. And, I like the interaction. And, the thing I've gained from everybody on this channel is you guys have sent me messages back when my daughter had that tumor, sending the prayers, the encouragement. And that stuff was uplifting. That was such a blessing. And, I believe my daughter's in better shape because of your guys' prayers. And I thank you for that. And, it's a blessing. There's power in prayer. And we got, hundreds of people sending me messages on the video saying they're praying for me, sending me encouraging emails. And then, a lot of those I'll show my daughter, and she was encouraged, and she's thankful. I don't show my kids on here. I keep my family pretty much off YouTube, and it's just because of the people out there. I don't want people trolling my family. You're pretty much going to see me and my wife. I don't bring my kids and grandkids on here because I don't know. I just don't want them being targeted, But yeah, Carol, we can help one another. We're in the same boat. Some of us are dating out because we're attracted to people of a different group, different racial group. Some of us are dating out because we might have found a better option, or we found someone that's showing us love more than another group. You see a picture of my family? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's my wife and my daughters. But yeah, I mean, we're all in this together, and this is a good place to have panels. This is a good place to talk, and it's just fun to talk with you guys and stuff. And but what I want to say, we're in a community together, and you come to this channel or other channels like this, support them too, and I want to come together with other interracial channels. I would like to have more one-on-ones, and I've had with a couple of people, and that's been a really awesome thing, and it's a blessing to get everybody's perspective. And not all of us agree. I mean, people in other channels have different values and different perspectives on things than me, but generally we're like in the same ballpark, sort of. Say we all have our different beliefs. There's certain things one YouTuber might go into that I won't touch, or vice versa. um oh, thank you. Yeah, my daughters are beautiful. They are. um thank you for saying that. But we're in this together, guys, and other people with channels similar to mine, I want to be an ally to them. I don't want to beef with them or fight with them or get into drama situations. I think we could be more of partners than competitors, I think. Um, but anyway, we need to keep our little community strong. Um, because in our community, we're going against the grain. We're going against society. We're doing what we feel is best for us, best for our life. And you got to have self-love. To be an individual, you got to have self-love. And it takes stepping out of that comfort zone. For me to be with my wife, it's against society norms. Even today, I mean, it's easier to date out today, but there's so many people that don't like it. But because I have love for myself, I went where I wanted to be. And I found an awesome wife, and I've been blessed. And you got to look out for number one, you. And especially when you're dating and married, because if you're not happy, you can't provide for the person you're with. You can't make them happy if you're not happy. And what do they say? How can you love someone else if you don't love yourself? I mean, if you're not happy in a relationship, you can't make the other person happy. There's no way. And marriage, they say it's a business arrangement, and yeah, it is. And yeah, it's a partnership. Yes, it is. But you got to have love with it. You can't do it strictly business. It'll never work. It'll fall apart. You can go globally with your energy and love. Yeah, I would like to. I like people listening to me and getting my perspective on things, because a lot of people think like me. I am not just one random guy out there. There's a lot of people that believe like I do, that have the same feelings that I do. A lot of white men like me that love black women, that respect black women, that have love for them. And funny when you mention your community is packing in the middle of the desert. Yeah, I do live in the middle of the desert. I think that's more protection than most people have. Hello. Yeah, I mean, I do. I'm like, I literally live out in the desert. And I like it that way. I mean, I got my nice little house, got my yard. I can, do my yard work. My wife, decorates the house the way she likes it. And, I like it that way. But I'm close enough to town to where I can go to the mall, or I can, I can go see a movie, go to dinner. I can do those things. But I'm out where I can hear coyotes at night. I'm out where I can see roadrunners running around. I can, away from people. Um, It's peaceful and it's quiet. It's nice. Um, yeah, but you know, but that's me. That's what I like. Some people like living in the city. Nothing wrong with that. I like living in the suburbs or in rural areas. I always have. Well, since I could start affording to live in those communities, I have. But I enjoy it. It's peaceful. We have our privacy. I can go outside and shoot one of my rifles and do target practice out here. I can I can go out to the mountains, which is about 10, 15 miles away, and go hunting. I'm close to areas like that. I can there's places to go fishing. I like doing the outdoor thing too, so I'm close to that also. So I mean, but that's what I like. That's just me, and I like hiking, whether it's out in the desert or up in the mountains. Um, Sometimes I'll just get out and wander around and go see different things, you know. But that's just me. Thanks, Carol. Braveheart. A white man that I've seen doing this often. Yeah, you know what? I'm just telling the truth. And you know what? I'm just telling where my heart is. I love my wife, and I've always had you know, an attraction and love and respect for Black women. And why would I not say it? Why wouldn't I tell my story? Um, that just goes to show we can love people that are different, look different than us. Um, yeah, I'm living my best life. I really am. I'm doing what I want to do. And everybody should do what they want to do. And have I got flack for it? Oh, yeah. Have I got haters? Yes. Um, ever since I got married, there's been haters. There's been people that are against what I do. But that's their problem. It's not mine. I'm living my life. And like I said, I give society the finger and I go about my business. And how do you feel about men complaining about child support? Well, if a man lays with a woman and helps conceive a child, he should be liable for the support of the child. I mean, you got to take care of your children. It's a responsibility men have. Um, you know, and if we did it the right way, we wouldn't lay with a woman that ain't our wife. If we did it biblically, we wouldn't be, having children with women we didn't have feelings for or weren't in love with. But yeah, men should pay child support, of course. They're responsible for the children. Nobody else is. I mean, if you ask me my feeling on that, yeah, they should pay child support. Yes, you should take care of your children. If you can't marry the woman and take care of her and the kids, you definitely got to take care of the child. But like I said, you shouldn't lay with anybody you're not in love with. Period. End of story. And biblically, you're not supposed to do it till you're married. So, that's how I feel about child support. Yes, if a man helps create a child, they should pay for it. Yes, that's our responsibility. The Bible even tells us we're responsible for our wife and kids. We're it's our responsibility, and we'll be judged accordingly. If we don't take care of our wife and kids, we're going to bring forth a curse on ourselves, and not only ourselves, generations to come, our family. If you study the Bible, people's choices in life have either brought blessings or curses upon their family and their offspring, their generations to come. So, I mean, choices we make, if you think about it, hey, just saying hello. I like how you love your wife. Oh, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You know, yeah, I love my wife, and I like to express how I love her because she's always been there for me, and I owe her nothing more than giving her my best. And my wife deserves the best I can give her, the absolutely best. She deserves more than I can give her. Um, you know, but yeah, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll try to do the best I can with my work. You know, hopefully one day I'll be able to retire and just do this full time. But you know, but anyway, are men emotional? Do men fall in love? Let me see what this one. Are men emotional? Do men fall in love? Is it really easy for men to sleep with multiple women? Well, I'll answer this according to the question. Are men emotional? Yes, everybody has emotions. Women are a little bit more emotional than men, but men do have emotions. Also, men feel hurt, pain, depression, anger. Yeah, we're all emotional creatures. Women get a little more emotional. Um, they're more nurturing. I think they have a bigger heart. Uh, do men fall in love? Yeah, men fall in love, most definitely. And is it really easy for men to sleep with multiple women? Um, for many men, it is, yes. Men can sleep with multiple women and not feel bad about it. But men that have, that are traditional and have a conscience and want to do the right thing, they will feel bad about it. Um, if I wasn't married to my wife, I couldn't just go sleeping with multiple women. I mean, there'd be the temptation, but I mean, my conscience would kill me doing that because when you go to something intimate like that with someone you don't love, the damage you're going to do, and that's the thing. And men might be able to do it with not so much emotions, but sooner or later it catches up to them. Sooner or later. Um, and that's why it says in the Bible that you shouldn't lay with any woman that's not your wife, because when you get intimate, there's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of, stuff caught in that. And, it's, and we cheapen it too. When people sleep around, you cheapen stuff like that. You take the value out of it. Intimacy is supposed to be within marriage between a man and his wife, and it's for reproduction, but plus it's for two married people to bond, for a man and woman to bond and show their love for each other. It's a blessing from God, but it's meant to be within marriage. It ain't meant to be with multiple people. And that's where we cheapen it when we don't do it the right way. And but yeah, no doubt, men can do it. Yeah, it's sad. People have to be careful sleeping around. Yes, and how they pick up spiritual energy with others. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to have that energy with someone you don't love, or I mean, and I think that's why God tells us to do it within marriage, because you have true love and it means something, and it has value to it. But when you do it with multiple people, it don't mean that much anymore. It just, people are just fulfilling their lust. They're doing it for the quick fix. It feels good for a minute, but it does so much damage, emotional. And if you have kids too with two people that don't love each other, then you're passing a curse to the kids. Then, it can go generational, several generations. So, I mean, Anyway, I'm kind of getting off topic, but yeah, I mean, eh, yeah, men can do that, but it's not right. Um, but if they have character, if they have a conscience, they're not going to feel right doing it. And you know, but anyway, I just wanted to talk about our community and the value of Black women. A lot of times I see so much on social media um, tearing down Black women, and why? I mean, we all do crazy things, but Black women are leading the way when it comes to education, businesses, and being professional, loyal. Who else is the most loyal? Who else is the most educated? Who's the most professional? And what's that? I have seen suicidal spirit transfer from woman to another brought about by men. I mean, you could transfer negative stuff. And that's why intimacy needs to be within marriage. It really does, because because you don't love that person, I mean, the damage you're doing. And some people say, "Oh, you're crazy. Everybody does it." I mean, but some people don't take it like that. Some people take it to heart, and it's not meant to be. Um, you know, yeah. I'm going to put this out here. If you guys want to come on, I'm not going to be too long today. God is only loyal. Yeah, God's loyal to us. God loves us, believe it or not. And sometimes, we lose our faith because it don't happen as quick as we want it to happen. I remember times I was in a horrible situation. Like, I've shared the story where I lost my job and had to pay the house and didn't know what I was going to do, but it worked out. I prayed to God, but I had to go work at Walmart after having $100,000 a year job. I mean, that tore down it humbled me really quick. It tore apart my ego in the pieces. But you know what? It builds character, because I had to rely on God. I had to start from scratch and, move forward. And I think a lot of times God puts us in hardship situations so we draw closer to Him. I believe that. Because the times I was closest to God is when I needed the most help, when I was down and out, when things weren't going wonderful. I have to say, you're one of the bravest white men on YouTube, because your heart and head are willing to allow your mouth to tell the truth. And, well, I mean, why should I lie? Why should I hide it? I mean, it is what it is. You see my wife, you see who I love, and I've been married over 27 years. I mean, that's the truth. And why wouldn't I express the love I have for my wife? And, I have love and respect for Black women, like I keep saying, but just seeing the character, I got friends that are Black women that are honest, good people, and they just have a big heart. And I've learned that most Black women, you show them love, you're going to get it back. You give them respect, it's coming back. You're going to get it back, regardless of the stereotypes you might see on TV or how people say certain people are. You're going to give it back. And, usually you show people love, you get love back. But Black women, I mean, they really, it's like they give it back to you tenfold. I mean, they really do. But anyway, let me put this link up here. If you guys want to jump on before I close out and say a few words, you can. Let me put the link up here. I'm put it up here real quick. And if you guys want to jump on, you can. If not, that's fine also. Did I put it up there? Let's see. I know I did. Let's see. Yep, there it is. There's the link. If you guys want to jump on and talk for a little bit, you can. If not, I'm going to close out here soon. You should encourage some of the guys in the chat to speak. Most definitely. Hey guys, if you want to come up and speak, you can. We've had some guys come up. Corey's been on quite a few times. Jersey guy's been on. We have had men come on. But yeah, it's always open. I always like to get men in there talking. Men that think like me, and telling their perspective. I also like hearing from the women too. I just want to spend the rest of my life putting my wife's natural hair, flowers in my wife's natural hair. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Hey, Natasha. But anyway, I just want to share that with you guys. And, it is what it is. I love who I love. And you know what? People have told me in the past, they said, you know what? Black women don't really like you. Most of them ain't going. But you know what? Even if only 1% like me, well, even if none of them like me, I would still say that Black women's the best choice. I would still say, and I believe that. Hey, Corey, did you find your wife? Congratulations on you found your wife. Oh, did you find your wife? Corey, did you find your wife? If you did, congratulations. That's awesome. Yeah, but anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut this live down. And, I just want to say thank you for coming on. And, thanks for listening to me spout out about, what's in my heart. But everything I tell you guys, I believe it to be true. And I'm just speaking the truth. And it's not weird. It's not crazy. It's just that I see beauty and I see character. And I see awesome, beautiful qualities about Black women. And that's why I have love and respect for them. And that's why my wife is Black, because of the quality, the beauty, the loyalty, and the big heart that Black women have. And like I said, I've known this since I was a boy. Since I was 5, I could feel, the love and beauty from Black women. And people might say, well, that's kind of crazy. That's weird. No, it ain't. Because when you're a child, you can actually feel love. You see it in a pure sense. When I say that I felt the beauty and respect for Black women as a boy, I can feel the love. I can feel the kindness. I wasn't looking at her on how her body shape was or nothing like that. No, I was too young to think about that stuff. But I can feel the kindness. And children gravitate towards that. If you take children and, you give them a hug, you talk to them, they gravitate to that. Oh, there's Carol. Hey, Carol.
Hey, how are you doing today, Brent?
I'm doing good. I just thought I'd come on do this live and trying to figure out this equipment I bought. But I
It's
don't know.
wonderful. You sound great. You really sound good.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that.
hmm Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with everything you said today. You sound like you sound like you're in the pulpit and you talking and you preaching. and I'm listening, and it's just like being in church again.
Oh,
It's wonderful. It's wonderful because everything you're saying is biblically based, and it's the truth. And I agree with you with what all you saying, that about we should be married inside marriage, and sex and all of that should be within the bounds of marriage, and
yeah,
it's more honorable. It's honorable before the Lord that we do that. It wouldn't be so many illegitimate children and a lot of bad stuff going on with children if we had men and women that honored their temples. So.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, no doubt, and our families would be stronger too, because
Right.
you'd have the balance of the man and woman, because men and women bring a balance to the family.
Right.
And single parents love their kids and they do the best they can. But when you got both, then you get the balance, and it takes the pressure off one having to do everything as
Right.
opposed to working together. Yeah, and you know, I people say I go kind of crazy in the Bible, but really, if we live like that, we'd be better off as a society. Um, People sleeping around and this and that. I mean, it's sexual. Uh, well, sex is it's a gift from God, but it's for marriage only. It's
Yes.
not. It's not a recreational thing. It's not something we do with other people. It's supposed to be in the bounds of marriage,
Right.
and and intimacy like that. It's supposed to be between people that truly love each other. Because
Right.
if you're doing it outside, some people take it different than others, and it cheapens it. I mean,
It
it
does.
is what it is. It don't mean as much, and yeah. But I just wanted to come on and talk about that, and I want to talk about, I see people degrading black women, and I see black people degrading black women,
Mhm.
men and women, and I'm like, wow, that's like the Twilight Zone. And I you look at stats, and black women are the most educated. They're the most loyal.
Mhm.
Um, to me, I think they got the biggest hearts, um, and nobody's saying it's weird. It's like it's black women's like a hidden treasure right in front of us, but we're ignoring it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It makes sense. It makes sense. I'm a single woman. I'm a single mother, and I know what you're talking about. Um, about being single and trying to raise children on your own. It's a hard thing to do, but also people, women, I guess, need to put that energy into themselves and know that they value themselves, know what they're worth, what they're bringing to the table to a man.
That's right.
I think when other cultures see that in a black woman, they'll start to really look, and they say she's something to treasure. She's something that I want to be with. I think a lot of black women, they've been, kind of downtrodden and abused and just ran through real bad. And I guess a lot of trauma, childhood traumas, it stems from, because I had to have years of therapy behind what happened to me. But it made me, the incidents that happened to me, it didn't make me bad. It made me strong. It made me feel like that I needed to be a better parent for my children. It was hard, and I poured in everything I could into them as much as I could. And a lot of time, I feel sometimes when I do look at some things that they do, I said, well, I feel like I failed, but I planted that seed a long time ago. And
Yeah.
sometimes, seeds bloom at different times. Sometimes they don't bloom.
Yeah.
And interesting thing I found out about seeds: once you plant the seed, it have to die, and then it start to bloom. So that, I think they have to go through. Children have to go through their own little walk by themselves, and we can't take them walks for them. And that I'm that type of parent. I hover over my children a lot, and try to do that. But sometime now, I'm just kind of like, I get back and just let them do their thing, because I had to do the same thing as well. But
Yeah,
yes, black women are good women. I think a lot of time when I see them and I talk to them, they have a lot of hurt in them, and they want to be loved. They want to know how to love properly, and it's it's a steady road that we're on, and we're learning. And with your channel, it's very needed. Um, I love your channel, and I love the energy you bring to us. It's wonderful, and it helps. It really helps, because if you've been in an environment where men don't treat you so good, and then you see someone that's really telling you, you can do this, you are good, you are valuable. We love, it's men out here that's willing to love you, and all of that. We need to hear that. And like you said, and we also need to gather and muster up our own self worth and image and love. Not only looking to find love in other people, but find love in ourselves, and finding love in God.
that's
You
true.
know, right,
Yeah, and regardless of your situation, God will help you through it. Whether
right,
you're single parent or not, God's going to help you through it. And not all of us have the ideal situation. I've been blessed to have my wife, and not everybody's got that. Some people, get married and one person does what they're supposed to, but the other person doesn't. And
right,
unfortunately, in a marriage, both people got to be on point for it to work. Um, and it's sad because a lot of good people are doing the right thing, but they get with the wrong person. And
right,
but you got to value yourself, and you got to do what makes you happy. And I don't think I say it's selfish, but it's not.
mm,
God wants you to be happy. You take care of you, value you, because and for you to value someone else, you really got to value yourself. You got to love yourself. And someone to say that I have self hate because I married out is a total
mm,
lie. I married who I wanted to marry, and that's because I love myself. I wanted the best for me, so
right.
I seeked out the best option. Um, but yeah, I mean, and I think you're right. I think black women do have hurt, and I've talked to them, and a lot of them I talk to, they say they want to be married. They want to have that traditional family. Um, but some of them married the wrong guy and it didn't work, or you know. But I see a real treasure, and I'm like, if I was a young guy, and I wouldn't have changed a thing. I mean, I seeked out black women because I seen the blessing way back, and
Right.
of course, it was a physical attraction at first, but once I got to know them, I was like, oh my God, they're beautiful and they're good people too. I mean, that's like that's like a double-sided blessing. I mean, you get both. Um,
Right.
and that's what you need. The inner beauty is what carries it. And and that's what marriage is for. People come together and they grow old together. They have families. They raise their kids and watch their grandkids grow, and that's
Hmm.
that's the blessing in it. And yeah, but
Well,
yeah,
Brent, you're a rarity. You are a rarity indeed, and you're wonderful. And I think that all of us. I guess all of us black women. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I'm going to speak for myself. We looking for someone like you, and you're a prime example. You're a beautiful example for us to be kind of pattern of a person that we need to look for with those values that you have about your wife, your family, how to take care of your family, how to be that man that your wife need to have, and that's wonderful. And I think too, a lot of women, a lot of black women, we get in a hurry. We want to be in love. We want to be married quickly. I think a lot of time we need to kind of be alone and to really spend time with ourselves to figure out, um, get our healing and figure out who we need to be with, not just jumping in and out of situations with these people. And it piles on a lot of hurt. It piles on a lot of unneedful drama. So I wanted to tell you that, Brent. Everything you were
I
saying was
appreciate that.
good, and I'm your little amen corner right now.
I appreciate it. But,
Yeah.
it's not me. What I did is I asked God for help because before I met Sandy, I wasn't doing it the right way. I wasn't thinking about, character and all that stuff. The stuff I talk about now, I was, well, until I met my wife, then but I mean, I did see character in black women, but when I was young, I was more into the looks, the more, I'm having
Mm,
fun with this person. And, once I got with my wife, I've seen it was just right. I knew it was right. It was weird. It was like, they say God's involved, doors will swing open. And my
right.
marriage doors flew right open. And people say, well, how'd you get through the years? How'd you deal with the racism, the society issues? And I've said, it was easy. And I'm not lying. It wasn't, of course, we had people, haters, and there were a couple incidents we had, but for the most part, it was easy. We loved each other. We
Right.
lived our life. We just did, and we're happy, and we're still happy. And, and I know it's of God because it just works so easy. And me and my wife, it was like we knew what we wanted and we knew what we had to do and just did it. Um,
Right.
I mean, not to say we didn't have our issues, we did. Um,
Hmm.
but for the most part, it really wasn't hard at all. But I just see qualities, and I like to put that out there because a lot of these women are walking around with low self-esteem, and I've seen very beautiful women that just have it together, that not only have the looks but just smart, have the education, making good money, and then have low self-esteem because of how a couple men treated. I just hate seeing that because I'm just like, but that's another reason why I say what I say. I mean, I'm speaking the truth,
Hmm.
but I think people need to
Yes,
hear
you
it.
are.
You have
Yes,
your
we do.
worth. You're a treasure. And when the Bible says you're a treasure, you are a treasure.
Hmm.
And you know, the and I see it. I see it every
Right.
day. And I see it in my wife, but I see it in other women, just watching how they conduct themselves, how they do things. And
Hmm.
you know, I have a way of a lot of times I just observe people at times just to see what they do and how they react and how they treat other people, and you kind of get a
Right.
sense of the kind of person they are.
Right.
And I've seen so many positive things about black women, and it's not to say all. I've seen some that are mean and stuff, yeah, but
Hmm.
for the most part, I've seen so much good, and a lot of people ain't talking about it, and I don't know why. Um, but I'm going to. I mean, I'm just going to do it. I enjoy doing it, and it's the truth. And you know what? And if I could lift somebody up and make them feel good about themselves and let them know they have value, awesome. And if I can make some trolls mad, that's good too.
That's wonderful, Brent. That's so wonderful. We appreciate you. I love you. I love you, Sandy, and your family is so beautiful. And I thank you for coming and sharing your world with us, with me. I'm
I
saying.
I appreciate doing it, and I thank you guys for coming in and watching me, and the kind words you give me. I do appreciate that. I don't deserve them, but I do appreciate them.
You do deserve, and we have to uphold and uplift our brethren, our sisters when they're doing
Yeah,
well. We're supposed to just you have that good vibe, and we have to keep the vibe lifted. If we want to break down these barriers of hate and all this stuff, we have to find a way to lift the vibe, keep that vibe high. And I try every day. I sometimes it's some not so nice people out there. They try to, hurt you and stuff, but you have to just say that's okay. They having a bad day. They going through their little deal and everything. You just have to just say, well, let it fly. That's what I do. I let it go, and I just try to continue to, keep positive in my journey as much as I can.
yeah,
And I spend a lot of time, by myself, and I have a lot of time to think and to reflect and on people and on myself on what I want in life and other things like that. So we appreciate you, Brent. I thank you for letting me come and talk to you.
oh,
Um,
thanks for coming
and I
on.
appreciate Sandy for sharing you with us.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
she's spending time with her mom. They're going having some dinner and stuff, and that's.
yeah, okay.
But yeah, thank you. I thank you for coming on, and I appreciate you, Carol. I have big love for you, and thank you for your support and
Yes,
everything. And doing this channel, you guys uplift me. I mean, I you don't know how good I feel when I come on and talk and do these panels, talk to you guys, and every little kind word. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Sometimes I'll even get a little emotional. I'll read through the comments and just be like, wow, it's a blessing. I mean, it's awesome. And when my daughter got a tumor and you guys were praying for me, that was so awesome. Um,
yes.
and I showed my daughter those comments, and she was like teared up, and
Oh,
she was like, well, tell them thank you. And but yeah, I mean, this has been such a blessing to do this. I started doing it, and I just want to see how it would do and share a little bit about my life. But I've gotten such an awesome reaction. I've gotten such love, and that's the quality of Black women. I show a little love, they give so much back, and that's a beautiful thing. And
yes, it
I'm,
is.
this YouTube thing is, been nerve wracking at times, but I can't stay away from it because of the blessings I receive from you guys. So I'm getting more out of it, I believe, than you guys are. I believe that because I hope I'm giving something back, but you guys really bless me, and I do appreciate it, and I love you guys. And Carol, I know you've been with me a long time, and I appreciate you. And
Yeah, I appreciate you too. I want to say this. I congrats on your new grandbaby and everything that's coming
oh
in.
yeah,
And I want to say that I have one grandbaby that I haven't met yet, and I have one that's on the way. My son, he has his girlfriend. They sent me the ultrasound of their baby and stuff like that, and hopefully I'll get to be in this child's life. But like like you were saying, you have to have both parents in the home to raise your children to the way that they should be going. And I
yeah,
did all I could with my son. I told him, I said, put protection on and all that. He didn't want to do that. And now he's got this other baby and the girl that they don't get along and all of that. And I sometimes I sit and cry because I try to do as much as I could to let him know that you can't be out here doing that. And I
mm,
told him, I said, you've seen what I've been through with your dad and everything, that I don't want you to put no other, you know, person through that, you know. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Congrats on your grandbaby and and
well,
and everything.
congrats for you too. And
Yes, thank you.
grandchildren are a blessing. And
Yes.
me and my wife are like, yeah, we're going to spoil them and then give them back to their parents. Buy them toys, get them sugar charged, and send them back.
Send them back. That's the wonderful thing about grandparents, isn't it?
Yep. like, yeah, we'll have fun with them now. There you go.
Yeah, yeah,
But
that's
I mean,
wonderful.
gosh, I had fun with my granddaughter. Oh man, she helps me in the yard when I barbecue. She goes
Mm-hmm.
out there with me. I bought her a little plastic barbecue grill, with the
Uh-huh.
plastic face and hot dog. She goes out
Yeah.
there and plays with that while I cook, and that's what we do together, And
Oh,
yeah, so, and then she helped me water the yard, and I'm doing some landscaping. I want to build her a little playhouse out there, and
wonderful.
and then I want to build it for because you know sh- she's 5, and then my daughter has another granddaughter coming. They found it's a girl, and
Ooh.
so it'd be a good thing for a playhouse. They could go have tea parties out there, and you know,
Right, that's beautiful. She gonna remember all of that when she gets older. Yeah, you
yeah,
just building legacy, and that's wonderful. And um, I I feel so good to know that you're there with your children. I see a lot of fathers that's not there with their children and stuff like that. And the ones that I see that's doing righteously like you are, I praise them. I do. Even if they are black men and they are doing good, I
yeah,
praise them. Because they have to know that they are, people are watching, and we are happy that they're there. So. I'm
yeah.
so glad, Brent, and I'm excited about you telling us about your grandbaby and you building. I hope you let us see what you do to
Oh,
your
yeah. I'm going to.
landscaping and all that.
Yeah, I'm not going to do the main part till the springtime when it warms up again, and I
Right.
get some time off. With this COVID, I've been ran through the ringer at work. Um,
Oh,
I mean, gosh, I mean, I made more money than I ever have, but
right.
I wore out. I'll
Yeah,
give up money to come
yeah, you
home.
gotta take time for yourself,
Yeah,
Brent, and then sometime I said, I see you come on here. I said, I wonder if Sandy know he coming up here.
she does,
That
but
is-
then she's like, "You're going to go live?" I said, "Yeah, I got to. I got to talk. I got to."
yeah, yeah. You got friends. We all your friends, and we
Yeah,
visit with you. That's right.
you guys are my extended family, and I got to talk to you
Right.
guys. And I want to. I love doing it. It's uplifting through the week. I'll do a show, and then and getting your guys' reactions just awesome. And then when we do panels, talking to you today, that's uplifting. That makes my day. You
Yeah.
know, and
It,
my wife's real supportive of it, and if you
she
see
is.
like on my desk, she picked out some stuff for my desk to show when I do my live
Wonderful.
shows. And
What your
you know,
microphone is nice too. I like that blue.
yeah, I figured I'd add to it, try to make it look a little more professional and stuff. And
Yeah. Yeah, you
I
got a
think,
nice little studio. It's real nice. I like it.
yeah. Well, when we bought our house, we got we bought a 4-bedroom, and
Mm-hmm.
we had the option. We could have the 4-bedroom or
Mm-hmm.
3-bedroom with a study.
Mm-hmm.
So we took the study, and I just made it my little studio. And
Wonderful.
my wife does her work in here too. So I
Right.
mean, we both use it, and we
Mm-hmm.
kind of tailor it to what we want. And I'm about to mount a TV. I'm going to do a monitor behind it too. So later on, when I do shows, I'll have like a video showing in the background. I have
Right.
plans on that. Just give it a little more optics to it, make it look, a little more
Right.
neater.
Maybe
Um,
put some of your run some of your videos in the back while you own your video.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
don't think YouTube will come after you for doing that.
yeah. If I use my own stuff, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about doing videos and adding them to the stream, like maybe. And I need to work on that, making better videos. But you know how, like, when I went to White Sands, I showed a little bit.
Right.
When I went out hiking,
Mm-hmm.
I want to show more of that. I want to show, like, you know, going to different like places in my state, or even when I go out of state on vacation,
Right.
showing where I go, show like next year we're going to go to Phoenix and see some family and stuff, and
Mhm.
I want to go out to Flagstaff, go out to see the Grand Canyon, and maybe
Mhm.
that'd be a neat place to do a video, and
Yeah.
I even go hike down in there and stuff. I know my dad
Mhm.
wants to do that. My dad's all into that.
Mhm.
He's 71, and
Mhm.
he still goes out hiking. He's in great shape and stuff.
Wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah, but with my family values, I think I got from my father, because my father, um, my mom and dad were teenagers when I was born. My dad was 19 and my mom was 17, and my
Mhm.
dad married my mom because of me.
Mhm.
Um, the marriage didn't last that long. Once
Mhm.
I was 3, the marriage fell apart, and my
Mhm.
dad got remarried. But he raised me, so I was with my dad most of the time. And then my mom, I spent time with my mom too, but my dad raised me. And I think it's just because he was more stable. But I mean, it was tough times. I remember as a little kid, I mean, my dad was struggling because, and
Mhm.
and he tells me, I should have waited till I got married, but got caught up in lust with my mom, and at least he stuck around and took care of me, and that's
Yeah,
why.
he did. He did.
So I'm very grateful of that. So,
Well, let
but
me ask you this, Brent. Let me ask you
yeah,
this. When you said your babysitter was black, how did how did you come into contact? Was it through your mom, your stepmom and stepdad, your dad that you
no,
came in contact with the black babysitter?
no. What it was it wasn't a regular babysitter. What it was is I live with my dad, and then in the summer I go spend time with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my grandfather, he owned some land, and he owned like this housing area, and he rented
Mm-hmm.
out like these houses and apartments.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my mom was working, and when I spent time with her, I'd spend time with her or my grandfather. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and he was retired, and he had you know properties he rented out, and there was this black family that my grandfather was friends with, and when my mom was work, she would take me over, and they had a teenage daughter, and she would babysit and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and and I was like 5 years old, but this teenage girl was nice to me. She gave me candy, and
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of gravitated to that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't she wasn't my babysitter a lot of time. It was a few times, but I just
Uh-huh.
remember that when as children, when someone's kind to you and treats you well, kids gravitate to that. And I remember that to this day. It's still
Wow.
it's still in my head and my heart. And it was something in my life, I cling to. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where the babysitter came in. And then, I would go to church when I was little, and it was mostly a white community, but there were black people that went to our church and stuff. And I remember when I was a little boy, they had daughters, and they'd really dress them up, and I thought they were pretty. I wasn't, checking them out. I was just a boy, and you see something you think's pretty.
Right.
Um, images like that, and back in the day with Donna Summer, I remember seeing images of her. She was very popular back in
Mm-hmm.
the day, and I just think little images in contact with people can have an impact on your life, and they have on mine, and it's a good thing because I was seeing blessings. Um, I got the positive look on it, you might say,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I was a teenager and started dating, I got to know these young ladies I was dating, and it led to my wife, and So I mean, and what's strange and what's neat is I hear other people talk about how they have feelings for black women, white guys, and the ones I know that are sincere are the ones that talk about when they were young and the images
Mm-hmm.
they had, and the feelings they had. They're not just saying, yeah, she had a nice body and she had a nice shape. No, it's more, how can I say it? It's
How
more
they treated.
genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and how they were treated and how they, and a lot of it's in ways similar to my story. And I think, in our lives, a lot of times people stay within the race because they get the image of their parents. Like my daughter's, my oldest daughter married a guy that's like me.
Mm-hmm.
And my younger daughter,
Wonderful.
with a guy that's kind of like me because that's what they've seen. That's what they kind of gravitate to. Me, I was a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's fine. I mean, we all have
Yeah.
our story. And,
They had a wonderful example of a father, and they seen how you treated their mother, and they didn't come from all this brokenness that you see. They chose well, and they married well, and that's what we want for our children. We want them to
yeah.
choose well and marry well. So that's what they did. Even your son, you talked about your son and you know his relationship, and he's married, right?
No, he's not. No. My oldest daughter's married. My son's in the army.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't married yet. My youngest daughter has a fiance, but he's a Marine, and my oldest daughter's married to a guy that's in the Air Force. Um,
Wow.
yeah, so they cling to military guys. Well, I was one, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, my son, I don't know where he. I don't even know what his preference is. I've seen him with different white, black. It didn't matter. He just likes women. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As long as he finds someone that loves him and the right person. But yeah, but I mean, he's in the army. He's moving up in the ranks. He's got some college he's doing, and he's doing
Mm-hmm.
good things. And my oldest daughter graduated from Arizona State. She got her master's, and then
Wonderful.
my youngest daughter's going to the University of New Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
and she wants to be a nurse. And her thing is she wants to be one of those what are those nurses called that take care of premature babies?
Was
What?
it neonatal nurse or
Yeah,
something like that?
neonatal nurse. Yes. And she wants to be that because she was premature. She was like 4 months early,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a scary time because I almost lost my wife with my youngest daughter because she went into cardiac arrest. Her blood pressure just went out of control, and
Mm-hmm.
they had to take the baby out early. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You was
I mean,
telling
she
us about
recovered,
that.
and my daughter was. I mean, she was so tiny. I mean, you could hold her in the palm of your hand. She was so little, and
Wow.
yeah, so that's where her heart is. She says, well, since she was premature, she wants to do that as a career. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. That'd be neat. So that's what she's going to school for.
That's wonderful. A great catalyst for her future profession. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, Brent, I'm gonna jump off here. I know you probably want to go get you something to eat and go see what Sandy doing. I know you.
Yeah.
I know.
I got tomorrow off, so we're going we'll probably watch a late movie or something.
Oh, okay. Well, what you think about that James Bond movie you was talking about? They the female James Bond.
I don't personally I don't like it. Um because I think James Bond needs to be James Bond.
Yeah, a
Now,
man.
I like the fact that Monty Penny's a black woman. Beautiful Black
Mhm.
Woman. I like
Mhm.
that, and I like when they had Halle Berry on there. I like when they have
Mhm.
black women, uh, co-starring with them. I think that's
Mhm.
good. And now I would be for maybe one of the black Bond women
Mhm.
actually going into their own series. Now I'd be for
Right.
that. And I remember when Halle Berry was on, they were talking about her doing a spinoff from
Mm.
Bond,
Right.
being a secret agent for the CIA. And I was hoping they were going to do that, but they never did. I thought that would be a good idea. I think it would have taken off.
Well, I now to think about it, I guess it wouldn't be too bad because they got other movies like women being spies and they being tough, like a movie Colombiana,
Yeah,
um,
that was a
the
good one.
uh what's her name, Trinity and Matrix. Just the women that tough women, they doing tough men kind of manly things, but they are feminine and they do portray themselves as a feminine woman, just doing a little bit of what men do. Uh, I guess it's okay, but sometimes black women, we've been portrayed in that light is just too much. We want to be
Yeah,
seen as feminine and soft and loving and not manly, especially the dark skinned black women. We don't want to
yeah,
be seen as a man. But a lot of people, they see us as being men because of the way things have went with us in our own culture. So I guess the spy movie could be okay, could be refreshing to see
yeah,
attractive black woman doing things that James Bond did. It's kind of sexy in a way.
yeah.
um
And I would watch something like that. You know how Halle Berry did that movie with Pierce Brosnan.
mhm
She was really feminine in that movie. I mean, she was a
mhm
secret agent and stuff.
mhm
She didn't seem like the big tough woman beating up men or nothing. No, she was just doing her thing, and she was a good agent, and
mhm
um, yeah. I mean, I could go for something like that. I could watch something like that.
yeah.
But the caller 007, I think, no, I 007 needs to be 007. Now she can
Yeah.
be another agent, and they can do another series. Sure, it would work too. People would watch it. Um,
Yeah, she could be a pink 007.
yeah, Jinx. Yeah, her name was Jinx.
Her name was
Corey,
Jinx. Oh my lord.
yeah, and yeah, that. But yeah, I've been a James Bond fan. I've watched it ever since I was a little kid. Um,
Mhm.
and we went and seen this one. I ain't going to ruin the ending. It was a good movie. I didn't really like the ending. Um,
Okay, she get killed in the end.
well, I ain't going to say. I don't want to ruin it. I don't, because if some people want to go see it,
Yeah, you don't want to spill the spoilers, huh?
yeah. But
Okay.
but yeah, it wasn't bad. It's a good movie. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I've been a fan forever.
Yeah,
Um,
me too. I liked everyone, and even the different. They changed out. Had a different man in the role. Was wonderful. Was refreshing. Sean Connery was my favorite. Pierce was my favorite. I can't think of the other one, but they all were good. They all were good. They're
yeah,
very handsome. And me as a little girl looking at them blue eyes just make me melt.
yeah,
But yeah, it was very refreshing to see the different the change out every so many years, the different James Bonds they had. It was wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they have to, because I guess it's so physically demanding making those movies.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
Pierce Brosnan said he had to get out of it because it was just so physically demanding,
Yeah, I
and
mean, oh yeah.
the stunts and stuff they do, and
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, I mean, and I think he's up in age, and I think Daniel
Yep.
Craig is too. I mean, these ain't young guys. And Roger Moore
Mhm.
was doing it like he did some movies in his 70s. I'm
Right.
just like, wow. I mean, he looked real good for his age. I give him
Yeah,
that.
they do.
Yeah.
Mhm. They all
Um.
look good. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
But
gonna jump off, Brent, and it's real good talking to you. And enjoy your day. And send my love to Sandy and the girls and your son and the grandbaby and everything. I love all of y'all, and I continue to pray for y'all and lift you up in prayer.
I
And
appreciate that. Thank you.
yes, yes. So have a good day, and I'm gonna get on off of here. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for coming on, and I'm sending prayers back to you.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
All right. Thanks. All right. We'll see you. All right. Yeah, it's good talking to Carol. It's good having you guys on the show, and I mean that. You guys make my day, and you know, I wouldn't be doing this as much as I do if it wasn't for you guys. If it wasn't for you guys coming on, your kind words, and just having fun talking to you guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you, and I just hope you guys have a good weekend, and let's see. I'll be going live again next Saturday. I'll either go live during the week before Saturday, or I'll drop some videos. I'll do something in between. It'll probably be videos because if I go live, I got to do it late at night because of work. And a lot of people don't get to see it because I go on so late. And especially people on the East Coast or, in Africa or the UK, they don't. Thank you, Carol. Appreciate it. They don't get to see it because a lot of times they're asleep when it's going on. Um, but I'm going to try to do earlier shows on the weekends and stuff. Sunday's my safe day. Um, all the other days are kind of out in the open. I usually get 2 days off a week. Oh, I go live when you go to church. I'm sorry. Um, I'll try to adjust to that. Um, Yeah, I'll do Sundays different times because I know people go to church and stuff. Um, but I can work on that. But I'm gonna have 2 lives a week at least, and then I'll drop some videos. I'm gonna do more videos and stuff. Maybe just short clips on something, some topic I thought about or something that's going on or something. Um, but anyway, Sunday's my safe day. So I'll put that in there, and I'll adjust times. Moonchild, yeah, I can adjust. What I'll do Sundays is I'll make Sundays a different time each week, but I'll keep it early, not too late, so that way if people have morning church or night church, I can kind of work around that, and then I'll have a live show during the week, so. If you miss Sunday altogether, you can see the replay, and I'll do a live show during the week. Uh, yeah, Wednesday and Sundays, I know. I'll kind of leave Wednesdays alone. I'm going to leave that alone. And Sundays, I'll change the times around here and there. I do want to accommodate as much of you guys as I can. Um, you know, a lot of times I can only go on so much at certain times just because of my job and stuff. But we can always work for it and just fire with it. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this live down. This was an awesome live. I had a good time, and I thank Carol for coming on. Uh, Always a blessing having her on. And the show we had last night was awesome too, with Ms. Know It All and Loren. That was good. Um, but yeah, next Saturday night I'll do a late Saturday late night, and You know what? I'm going to do a Monday show next week, because next week I'm going to have Monday off. And tomorrow I'm taking a day off. I'm going to be out of town, so I'm not going to do no lives tomorrow. But, you know, I'm going to do a Saturday night live next week. Sunday, I'll do a show. And then I'll do a Monday show. And then during the week, I'll drop a couple videos. At least one. But anyway, guys, have a good weekend. Thank you for coming on, and thank you guys for your kind words. Thank you for your support, and I appreciate you, and I love each and every one of you. And my wife Sandy sends her love, and you know, here in a little bit, I'll bring her on and do a guest appearance and stuff. But anyway, thank you guys. God bless you and your family, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless and have a good night.